Morning, everybody. Last one in the book, eh? Battlefield 25. I'm going to do it my way or not at all. Yo. I was hoping I didn't give this class because it's a hard class to listen to sometimes. But I'm going to do it with everything that I have. It's true, eh? in so many aspects of our lives that we don't do things unless it's done on our terms. Come here to be taught, and then you want to be the teacher. Sit in counseling, wanting to counsel. Come to rehab and tell us how we should run our program. What are all of those things? Pride. Yeah, absolutely pride. Yeah, you're right. But they're all distractions. If you come here with a mindset or perspective of, listen, man, I really need to change my life to get better because I didn't know how to do it at all. I need to get some stuff right. Then my attitude is teachable. And if I'm not teachable, I am prideful. Then I am prideful. What's the first thing that disappears when you become prideful? Your ability to listen. Yes. Doesn't matter what I say then, or what you say, or what I say, or whatever. But what does it look for? What does it look for? What does pride look for? Fault. Yes, absolutely fault. And someone else just as prideful as you are. So you can wallow in it. You know, this is I'm going to share something with you. This has been a tough week for me. From about last week, Wednesday, I told you guys about the worship thing. Since then, I've been struggling with some stuff. So I can't tell you exactly what everything is going on unless I get through it. So I don't want to teach you something while it's still happening. I want to tell you guys about it once I'm through it. But it's been tough this week for me. I find myself sad at some things and knowing that sometimes no matter what I say here or what I say or what I do or things like that will never be enough. Because some of you sitting in these chairs thinking that relapse is far from you. Thinking that after these 6 months you'll be absolutely healed and you don't need to listen anymore because you're connected with God. But connecting with God means a whole lot of other things. It means listening to God. What does God do in the Bible? With most of it in the Bible, what does He do? He uses people. God uses people to speak to people. A lot of the times with my first experience just becoming head monitor, connecting with Lawrence, at that stage, a lot of what was happening in my life was through people. I got guidance through people. Even though I wanted to hear from God every day, He was speaking to me every day, but through people. And if I didn't see that, or was aware of it, I would absolutely feel alone. But God's not far from each one of you. He's close to the brokenhearted. He's close to those with a broken spirit. Something very cool regarding that, God's close to the brokenhearted, was did I tell you guys about Stephen Furtick? And he was Elijah just ran away, just brought fire down from heaven and burned 440 prophets and everything that was there. They watered everything, and they were praying for days. And Elijah dropped to his knees, bang, everything's to dust. And then he ran because a woman wanted to kill him. So he went to a cave, and he sat in the cave, and You know, there was a huge earthquake. You guys know the story, but God was in an earthquake. And there was a huge fire, but God wasn't in the fire. And then, in a still small voice, God spoke to him. So when you're running away from people and you're being murdered and want to be murdered and killed and all these kind of things, and the voices in your head are so loud that it's difficult to hear anything. Why would God speak in a still small voice? Because He's close. And Pastor Kevin said the other day, I was actually chatting to one of the ladies at the office there. He also said, because God loves you, He doesn't scream. But this is God. This is God. He sent you here to reconnect with Him. Not. What does it say about your thinking and your behavior if you're sitting in these chairs? Can it be trusted? Can all the feelings that you have at this moment, can it be trusted? It cannot. It cannot be trusted. Because you've been doing it, it cannot be trusted. 90% of the feelings that you feel in the beginning of your program are lies. And correction, ooh. God's been busy with me correcting me, and I don't like it. But I choose it. I allow it. You know what I mean? And it says that God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble. I told you guys a lot of times that before. You guys know resisting? Do you want to be resisted by God? No, my man. You don't want to. If you walk around prideful and arrogant, block. Cut off. Resist. Want nothing to do with. It's bad, eh? You want to feel why you're disconnected? Check your heart. You want to feel that God doesn't speak to you? Check your heart. Anyway. If everything that you've, well, not everything, if your actions and your behavior brought you here, we all agree, God brought you here, it's His grace, this is a grace that's happening to you at this stage, because probably you deserve something much worse than just 6 months of rehab, probably you deserve a lot more. How can you still have a say in how you recover? You know, I've been tuned a couple of times. You know, I'm a hard guy. I correct bluntly. There's no sugarcoating. There's no stuff like that. There's nothing like that. But then I think to myself, okay, sure. Most of you in this room want to be speak to in a certain manner. But how did you speak to your sponsor of loved ones? How all of a sudden you have a right now, but when I listen to you guys on the phone calls, that flies out the window. But you want to be treated you're entitled, you want to be treated a certain way. But that way sat you in these chairs. Don't care if you booked yourself in here, or you don't have an addiction problem, or you don't drink, or you yab because of your behavior, bro. I don't care about the drinking and the drugging and those things. You can't behave. You don't know how to behave. And then you want to come tell us how to do it. I'm clean 4 years, bro. I know how. I won't take advice from you. And I think I'm second. Rolf, Lucas, Kevin, they're in late teens. Or tens, or 10. No, just like late. Now 5 years more than me, so 10. They know how to stay clean. They know what to say. They know in situations how to handle certain things. They know.
I don't know, I think it was you that put it to me. You must trust your counselor with your recovery because they know the direct route to destination recover. Like the N1 straight to Cape Town. Why would you want to do it yourself and get lost somewhere in Kopstad or something?
Yeah.
And then meander around and waste time when you can just take a direct route.
Because the thing is, you want to do it your way. Jacques, I can't recover if I don't watch 3 movies a day and play golf on Saturdays. And what will that teach you? Don't you see the uncomfortability of where you are is growing you? You know, the Bible says, count them all as joy. Trials and tribulations, count them all as joy. So as I'm being corrected this week, and I'm struggling with some stuff, and I'm going through some stuff, and I'm diving into the Word, I do everything that I was taught to do, I know it's going to be okay. But what is the first thing? You guys don't die. Ooh. Woo. When you're feeling the way you're feeling at this moment, do you go read the Bible if you're having a bad day? No. What does the Bible say you should do? Yes. Yes. One of the first things it says, look for your rock. Stand on it. You know what? I can stand here. I can probably write a list longer than all of you combined about what's wrong with this place. Physically. But I only need to know one thing. God anointed this place. And if I can stand up here, sitting in these chairs, thinking the guy who stands up here doesn't know what he's talking about, why would it work for you? He's smiling. He's not just use an example. He's smiling. No, he's crying. He's smiling. He's smiling. Horrible, not doing lacquer, doing very lacquer. Isn't it the same place? Yeah. So what's wrong? Your heart. Your heart. Yes, working on yourself and going through a lot of stuff all the time is horrible. Have to dig. And then you dig and then he says, just do it over. No, I will not. There's nothing there anymore, Jacques. I'm glad I did it. It's famous Albert Einstein quote is, you can't use the same kind of thinking that you got you into a problem to get you out of it. You can't. If my thinking created a problem, I can't use that thinking to get me out of it because it got me there. So what do I need around me? I need people in my life that point things out to me. Jacques, you can't do that. The reason why this happened is because you did that. I can't recover unless my girlfriend writes me a letter. Or boyfriend. Cannot. Can't recover. Let's go superficial. I can't recover because I can't spend $150 a day at okay, listen to this. So most of you O's, you see, I'm trying. Most of you O's are on medication, right? And people don't always count in the fact that medication costs money. Do you guys paying for your medication? And then you worry about, they paid my tuck shop 7 days late. Meanwhile, they were struggling to get money together to pay your meds because they really want you better. But you guys don't think like that. Immediately you're upset and angry. There's a whole thing that happens behind the scenes here while you're here. People are really concerned about you.
Love in action.
People are really concerned, man. And it should concern you. Don't you want to change your life? I'm serious, man. If I look back and I remember sitting in these chairs like a shock, I just need to do this and this and this and then I'll be fine. To this day, 4 years later, my mother's still like concerned, bro. Because the amount of stuff I put her through, and my brother, he's just a different animal. But for them, they didn't get 6 months. They didn't get 6 months just to step out of the world, not have a cell phone. Can you guys remember the times you had cell phones? Hey? But you don't think about them daily. You don't think about them now. It's like an extra flipping thing. Now I'm like I leave it everywhere. Like my radio. I leave it like I have to leave it everywhere. You laugh, great. Just have an attitude of teachability. You know? Just understand that, yes, for these 6 months, I'm giving it up. You can go back to your old self in 6 months if you like. But for the time that you are here, just give it all up. Just like completely, like, my man, do with me what you will. For this time that God sent me here, because I believe He has, just surrender it. Start from scratch. And I guarantee you, when you leave here, you won't be the same. You don't even want to go back to the same. All of you want to be good dads, eh? Hey? Good dads and good sons and good daughters. You guys want to be all these things, am I right? What are you doing to actually achieving this? Time doesn't heal always everything. Jesus does. So anyway, the point I was making is they don't have 6 months where they see counselors once a week and they have classes and church twice a week and they have a worship every week and just give like everything. They're not involved in stuff like that. Although you see the difference in yourself in a couple of weeks' time or months' time or whatever. It takes a couple of months or so just to settle. But I told you guys before, they still hang around in your room, finding porn magazines or flipping 3 bankies with nothing in it, or that gold diamond ring you said you didn't have, which happens a lot, by the way. What is the best apology?
Action.
Changed behavior. Your family doesn't want a dry addict back, my bro. I'm serious. They want their sons and daughters back, husbands and wives. How many times have you guys gotten letters? Us counselors, we read the letters. And how many times have we gotten stuff back saying, I just want my old this and this and this back? And then you reply, you're going to have this and this and this and this back. All I need is your love. All I need is just to hear my kid's voice. Then I'll recover. Guess what? If you don't do this properly, you probably will go around the mountain again. Then you're out of the mix for another year or 6 months. Just make sure you don't come back here. We spoke about it this morning. I think Khair also said something about it. Make this your last experience, your last rehab experience. The last one. Like this, I'm going to do my best here. I'm going to do everything I can just to change my life. You know, things are hard, things are tough. I'm going to go move forward, and I'm going to do this properly. I still wait for the day when someone tells me, Shark, listen, I think I need to stay another 3 months. Why? Because you know what? I still have so much to learn. I'm just starting to listen. Some people leave here because they worry about the time. They just start to get into the program and they hear what God has to say through everybody that preaches and teaches here. They're thirsty for it. They want to drink it. And then the time's up. When last did you make a huge decision for your life? When was the last time you stopped and just think, whew, this is a big decision? Because my decisions were all superficial, small little ones, like getting high. Now, I want to protect what's important all the time. My relationship with God, you all, relationships. Things I took for granted, you know what I mean? Everybody's looking for restoration. Without even lifting a hand, by the way. Things are getting sorted out. And all that you can do is just change. So awesome seeing people coming back from weekends and smiles, and they have all praise and glory. Because you're released, you didn't do it your way, you listened, you remained teachable. She says something cool in here, Tani Joyce. She says, it's not it. The Lord demands that we learn to give up our own way and be pliable and moldable in His hands. God's will for your life is so much more than you can even think. But we keep on interfering. We keep on interfering. If you believe I'm a man of God, why would I not? If my heart is for you, which it is all the time, why would I say something against you that will not be to recover? Why would Rolf stand here and say something? Why would Kevin stand here? Why would, if we do this, we're not doing this for the money, everybody. Just to get that straight. We do this because we're called. I don't have to be here. I don't. I choose it. Worldly things are not things for me anymore. I've had a very privileged life. Get pulled here. Let me tell you guys something. Now that I know what my calling and things is, what will I get challenged on? Exactly that. What will pull me away here? Earthly things, jobs, money, cars, bikes. That happens monthly. I don't need to be here. Rolf doesn't need to be here. Lucas not. We choose it. Just remember that. I think some of you think it maybe a different thing. You know, when God sends Saul to go kill the Amalekites or whatever, and he said to them, like, kill everything. Kill the women, kill the children, kill livestock, everything. And what did he do? He kept, the prize bulls and the prize sheep and the prize flipping donkeys and whatever they had those days. What happened to him? Got removed for disobeying God. Removed. Wanted to do his way. Wanted to do his way. Not following instruction. Not pulling through with things. Give up your way. For at least just a little while. Let us who really want to speak life into you. And there's a lot of correction there because there's a flip. But you are not the teacher. You're the student. Let's look at some pride scriptures. Guys, ready? Let's go. Hey, everyone. Likewise, you are younger, be subject to the elders. Clothe yourself, all of you, with humility towards one another. For God opposes the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. Opposes, my man. Yes. That scares me. Another one. James 4 verse 10. It's just one chapter back. Okay, let's start from 7. Submit yourselves therefore to God. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. Draw near to God and he will draw near to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you're double-minded. Okay, then it goes on to say that. Humble yourself before the Lord and he'll be exalted. God opposes the proud but gives grace to the humble. Again. Wonder why God's far away? Philippians 2 verse 3. Philemon. Go to Proverbs 8 verse 13. If you want to. Otherwise I can read them to you. You can hang on. The fear of the Lord is hatred of evil. Pride and arrogance and the way of evil are perverted speech, and perverted speech I hate. Yeesh. Yo. The machine god. Yo. Okay, 11:2. When pride comes, then comes disgrace. But with humble is wisdom. Pride comes before a fall. Been there so many times. So many times. God humbles you in so many ways. So let go of the reins a little bit. Let go of just controlling everything and thinking that you understand things better and knowing better and knowing what the future holds. All it does. But for this time that you are here, just give it up. Surrender to the process here. Trust in what we do. Because we want to. It's a big thing that I want to. I want to. Rolf wants to. Dirkie wants to. Lucas wants to. Kevin wants to. We are for you, man. Stop it. Bow your head if you like. Father God, thank you, Lord, for everybody in this room. I lift them up to you, Father. Father, praying for these kind of things are hard, but please humble us in every way. Take every arrogant, prideful thing out of our hearts and fill it with your love and understanding and wisdom. All of this is for you. We love you. In Jesus' name.